Basically, what made me decide to go with any sort of cybersecurity protocols or protection, whatever you want to call it, was the fact that we deal with veterans around the world. Veterans are a protected class in and of itself, right? But then we're also dealing with their financials. We're dealing with their medical information. We're dealing with HIPAA compliance. I mean, we're dealing with a whole bunch of very sensitive, very secure information from these veterans. And so when we're interacting with them, yeah, we have our portals, yeah, we have, the SSLs and the 256 bits and all that kind of stuff. We encrypt the emails, all that good stuff. But I know at the end of the day that can only go so far. And I also know at the end of the day, those systems have been known to fail. And so I needed someone that can, one, walk the walk and talk the talk, but I needed, two, someone to be able to partner with, that if I do have questions or if I do have any concerns on the cyber side, I can just immediately reach out and get a second opinion on it, and more so be able to just kind of take the back seat, do what I do best, but still be able to have that confidence while I'm working with veterans, to know that when they work with us, they can take confidence in knowing that their information is 100% secure. To date, we've done close to about 4,000 veterans, and we've delivered about $3.8 billion worth of VA benefits to veterans and their families around the world. When we went through the audit, you came back and you said, looky, looky, I got the keys to your kingdom. I got your Microsoft key. I got this. I'm like, well, first off, what is that? Right? And then I was explained what that information was and how vulnerable I was, and as a byproduct, how vulnerable all the veterans that I serve, how vulnerable they were. So immediately I was like, whoa, I'm putting other veterans at risk. I'm putting my business, I'm putting even myself out there for liability and for risk and all this exposure. No, not at all. Let's get that fixed immediately. And it was just a no-brainer. Understanding anybody's at risk. Anybody's at risk. No matter if you're, Apple and you're like this mega trillion-dollar company, but also the mom and pop shop down the street, you may not think about it because who really knows about the mom and pop shop, right? But in reality, these people are getting attacked more because people that are attacking these companies, they recognize they have the manpower, they have the money, they can fight, they have their securities. But these companies, even though you don't hear about them and you don't know about them, chances are they've never considered cybersecurity. It doesn't matter the size of the company. It happens every day, 10 times a week. And the newsletters that get sent out every week, I read it through them and I'm just blown away by the fact that every single day, a company, whether it's $1 million or $10 million, is getting attacked, getting hijacked, and all this data is being leaked. And be cautious. Don't just run out and go grab a cybersecurity person. I would actually try to vet them and see what exactly do they know that you don't know. What vulnerabilities do you actually have? Because when you do the penetration testing, when you do the vulnerability assessment, when you just open your gates, open your mind, and see what people can actually get from you, if they can get anything, even if it's just one or two things, that's one or two holes in your boat that's making you sink and it's the leaky ship. This is a solution. Been a client probably now for 18 months, give or take, and I've never had a single issue. And the communication is impeccable, because anytime I have a question or just something pops up, or I'm like, hey, what's this? Or can you help me out with this or whatever? I get a response immediately. It's very clean and simple. So yeah, 100% endorsed, vouched, stamp of approval.